Hello everybody, and we're about to continue our Let's Play series of Dark Souls Remastered. In our last video, we actually went through the entire part of the catacombs and defeated Pinwheel. We were also able to pick up, I wonder if this is actually going to show, the Rite of Kindling. Here we go. The secret rite allows bonfires to be bolstered further with kindling, so that even more Estus can be collected. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process, in the same manner that they restore their hallowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans had found little use for humanity until they turned undead. So now we can actually upgrade our bonfire to have more Estus charges. I'd like to say we can go all the way to 20. So of course Firelink is a great bonfire to kindle to 20 because you're going to visit Firelink all the time. Next up, we actually are going to quick drop by. Let's see if he has anything new to say.
Oh, you. Have you seen Milady? Oh, blast, where might she be?
Okay, I don't think anything new there, but we're going to quick stop by Andre, and we're going to start upgrading the Painted Guardian Sword, I believe it's called. The Painting Guardian Sword. We're going to take this down the cult path, because we can parry with it, it's very quick, and it causes bleed. So I don't know if it'll still cause bleed once we upgrade it, but for the moment I think it looks kind of cool. And it's very fast. And you can still parry, so it's going to act like our target shield. So I think we'll just have some fun and see how the occult path works out for this. Plus it's kind of fun if you think about it. The Painting Guardian enemies are guarding the painting, and we get the cult upgrade path through the Dark Ember, which is hidden within the Painted World of Ariamis. So it's kind of fun to match those together. I was debating using the Shotel, but I don't think the damage is going to be the same that I'd like. And as you can see, you can still parry. Oh. I think this might be kind of fun. Plus, it's not too crazy looking to have both of these. As far as the fashion is concerned, it kind of looks nice. Because fashion does matter. Like, I was debating the scythe, but that just looked a little funny. And I debated the great scythe, I believe. I was debating between the Shotel, the Falchion, even the Rapier, but I went with the Painting Guardian Sword. Great Scythe and just a normal scythe.
Well, hello again, used needle.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything that needs to be repaired. We're looking good there. Let's see, modify equipment. Okay, first we have to, I think, upgrade to a +5. I wonder if we have enough. Okay, I'm gonna have to buy a bunch of Titanite. Start with 5. Okay, we need 2 more. Okay, now we should be able to modify. Let's see, +6, raw, divine. We want to go divine. And I believe then we go to +5. Now we're going to modify again. And now we can make an occult painting guardian sword. There we go.
Don't get yourself knight.
Pretty fun how everything works as far as upgrading. So as far as our damage is concerned, 301 I believe is the scaling we're giving. So that's pretty good. Yeah, we're even getting more damage out of the painting guardian sword than the item. Okay, now we're gonna warp right on over to the Darkmoon tomb. And finally pick up that special miracle, Darkmoon Blade. So we're gonna have to pop off the Corinth earring for a moment and wear the Darkmoon Seance ring. Now as we walk on over, it is now gone. Now here's the thing, this is technically an optional boss that you can actually fight, but as soon as you fight this boss, I believe Darkmoon Blade no longer works. So we're actually not going to be fighting this boss.
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire, hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me. O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shall protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
Okay, Darkmoon Blade Covenant ring and a blue eye orb.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the Dark Moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the Dark Sun.
Okay, we picked up the Darkmoon Talisman as well as the Miracle Darkmoon Blade. Okay, so now we're gonna run right back over to our bonfire and switch some stuff out. Also, we don't need that anymore. We're gonna start using, instead of Canvas Talisman, the Darkmoon Talisman, which is medium for casting miracles of the gods, granted to Darkmoon Blade Knights, adherents to the covenant of the Dark Sun Gwyndolin. This talisman demands dutiful faith from its owner, but has very high miracle adjustment. And we no longer need the Darkmoon Seance ring. But the ring that we just picked up was Darkmoon Blade Covenant ring. A ring granted to those bound by the Darkmoon Blade Covenant. Answer Dark Sun Gwyndolin summoning. Gwyndolin, all too aware of his repulsive, frail appearance, created the illusion of a Sister Guinevere, who helps him guard over on Orlando. An unmasking of these deities would be tantamount to blasphemy. So, the illusion of Guinevere is the the big pretty lady that sits behind the fight of Ornstein and Smo, and that is an illusion created by Gwendolyn. Okay, we're going to want to put on Chloranthy again, and let's check out that miracle. Darkmoon Blade. Miracle granted to those bound by covenant to Gwendolyn, Lord Gwyn's lastborn. Boost right weapon with rays of Darkmoon. The power of the rays of the Darkmoon are manifested in vengeance, and the deeper the animus, the more devastating the attack. Pretty cool. And we also picked up the item Blue Eye Orb. Invade world of a player, Book of Guilty, subdue the player to acquire souvenir of reprisal. So this is an online item, and you actually can use this to pick up the souvenirs of reprisal, which is what we were picking up from the crow enemies. Okay, so this is how Darkmoon Blade looks. $556 damage now, which is just insane. Let's see, I think. Okay, so 556, 260. It like doubles. So it's just gonna be an insane amount of damage. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna want to do see how close, how many souls we have. If we want to upgrade a little, or level up a little bit. We have a couple, quite a bit actually. So we choose 4 of these. I wonder if we have enough to level up. So close. Maybe one more. Oh, that was 20,000. That's way too many. Okay. Okay, we're going to keep getting attunement up so that we can use a little more miracle / pyromancies. Okay, just to test it out, let's kind of warp on over to Orlando.
You are one of us. That is a surprise. But a pleasant one. We are both blades of the Darkmoon now. I shall look forward to fighting alongside you. So you have received a revelation. Very auspicious. I hope for the best. I pray that through you, her wish will be granted. Have you heard of Seath the Scaleless? In legend, he turned against the ancient dragons. He became Lord Gwyn's confidant, was granted dukedom, and was allowed to pursue his research. At the Regal Archives, he immersed himself in research on scales of immortality, the one thing that he did not have. But his very research drove him mad. The Archives became a dungeon, a place for sinister experiments. Now, nobody dares even approach the Duke's forbidden archives. It looms over this land high atop the mountain. But I should warn against even an approach. If you require rest, now is the time. That is, after all, what the bonfire is for.
Okay, let's test out Darkmoon Blade against some of the big giants over here. Pretty powerful. I think we're really close to another level, so we'll take out these three dudes over here. Okay, so it's looking like our damage output is getting pretty good. And I believe as we level up our faith even more, that should strengthen both the occult damage that we're getting, or the occult path that we're getting the damage from, and it might even strengthen Darkmoon Blade. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Oh, so close. Okay, now you'll see that our Estus Flask is +3. There are 2 other Firekeepers you can kill, this being one of them. However, if you kill this one, I believe your Darkmoon Blade situation will be as if you're no longer part of the Covenant, so then it won't work, is my thought. But I have not tested that. Okay, let's see if this gives us enough attunement for that extra slot. And it does. probably all the attunement we're gonna need. So what we're gonna do is let's level up attune magic. So we're not gonna need that one anymore. We already have a pretty intense fireball we can throw. We've got the Darkmoon Blade Miracle. So we can throw in Chaos Storm once. That might be kind of fun. Let's just test it out real quick. Oh, got caught on that one. Now that is pretty fun, but looks like it does. You get about 1 use out of that because it had 20. Now we're down to 3, but it's pretty good AOE. So definitely a good thing to have in our arsenal. We've got our fireballs that we can throw. We've got Darkmoon Blade. And then of course Chaos Storm. I think we're looking pretty good. And we're right past 20 minutes, so I think this is a good stopping point for this one. My hope was to start one of the main areas of the game, which is Lost Izalith, and I think it's Demon Runes, but kind of had some fun playing around with all the upgrade stuff and our new miracles and spells, or pyromancies. So I would like to, we will actually get to Lost Izalith next, in our next episode. I would like to thank everybody for tuning in, and we will talk again real soon.